Why are all the heavyweights so fat?
He clipped him behind the head. That's it.
It doesn't make sense. Why do we have such amazing athletic athletes from like the smallest weight class all the way to 205, and then it hits heavyweight and everybody looks like a couch potato? I don't get it. I do have some ideas, but it still doesn't make any sense to me why there's no like solid, crazy 6'10", 6'8", jacked, shredded, nimble, fast, strong heavyweights. Where's LeBron James? Imagine you took somebody like LeBron James, or I don't know a whole lot of basketball and football players, but name whatever nasty giant football player that's super athletic. Imagine you took those guys and you trained them in MMA from the time they were like 5. Around the time they started football, instead of football, they started MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever, and they did it their whole lives, like really work towards it in the same manner. What would the heavyweight division be? It would be insane. Guys like Francis Ngannou wouldn't be all that noteworthy because there would be a whole bunch of them. It would just be Francis Ngannou's everywhere, except for with like legit solid skill. Francis dominated in the UFC, and he's not even that good, right? Like if he was a lightweight, he wouldn't make the UFC. He would never have gotten in. He probably wouldn't have won a belt in an organization if he was at a lightweight. Even with your athleticism or whatever, you're just not that good, right? Because he's pretty new to it. He's not done it for very long. But if we were able to access people that have that crazy genetic ability and we actually got them to start MMA or even started as a specialist, like whatever, do what you gotta do, but start some martial art at a really young age and just train their asses off their entire life, they would be crazy. Why doesn't that happen? What's the hurdle? Why do we not have access to all the best big guys in the world? Why are all the big guys small or fat? Number one, we don't get paid enough. All of those great athletes, would you rather fight for 25 minutes in a cage against some dude that's been training to kill you for his whole life and then intensely for like the last 3 months for like a couple grand? Or you're making like $5 million a year in the NFL and you're not even starting lineup. You have to do a couple sprints here and there and catch some balls. And yeah, every once in a while you get in a crazy car accident, but it's not happening every single game. In fighting, the points happen from us getting brain damage. That's what the points are from. Oh, the guy broke your nose. Okay, they get a point for that. That's not how football works. It's completely different, right? So why would anybody choose to go and do MMA if you're getting paid way less? Only the little guys do, because what am I gonna do in the NFL, in the NBA? I wanted to be in the NBA. When I was a kid, I wanted to be in the NBA. When I was a little kid, I was like Michael Jordan, everything, right? But I didn't end up doing that because I'm not even 6 feet tall. So I'm a lightweight. All the other lightweights are the same. Like they can't go and play hockey or play football or play basketball. So we're fighters. Same thing as rappers. That's why all the rappers are super short. They can't do anything else. But these big dudes, if we'll actually pay the fighters what they're worth, we're gonna get the craziest fights. So if you're a fight fan, you're getting screwed. The whole world is really getting screwed because we should be seeing these crazy like behemoth matchups. And another thing is, why is there not another weight class? Why is there a cap at 265? If the craziest dude in the world, say like, imagine Bob Sapp, right? You remember Bob Sapp? If he had like a more masculine temperament and he was like training in martial arts from a young age instead of doing football. Imagine that dude. And then he just can't fight because there's no weight class for him. That's ridiculous. There should be an open weight category. There should be another weight class at like, I would say like 230 maybe, or 240, maybe 225. I would say probably a little higher. 240 sounds like something that makes sense to me personally. Okay, drop a comment on what you think. But then after 245, it's open, bro. Like if you're coming in at 260, you're gonna fight, you could fight some dude that's 400 pounds. What if the guy was like 7'8" or 7'3" or something like that? Shaquille O'Neal, right? What if it's Shaq? If Shaq had trained from like 3 years old, like his father was a high level fighter, and then from birth this guy has just been getting the best knowledge, and then he ends up like a gargantuan monster, 378 pounds, whatever, 7'2", and he can't fight because there's no weight class. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Don't make these big fat dudes cut down to 265. Make an open weight category and pay them what they're worth, so we get jacked dudes where they're crazy explosive and have been training from birth. Okay, and it's not gonna happen for like 20 years because we gotta grow them. But if this happened, it would change the game. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe.